What do you do in a situation where requirements keep changing? That's what we're looking at today. Stick with me. Remember Mama Laide, our famous Mama Lamala, meaning the person who cooks amala. She has this successful amala business and she's interested in getting an app to make it easier for customers to order amala. So she starts with a requirement. I just want people to see my menu and order. Then 2 weeks later, somebody talks to her about home delivery. And so she adds that. Can we add home delivery, please? Then 1 week later, she says, what if we can allow our customers to schedule pickup? Then a few days later, she says, can we add a jollof rice section for weekends? I'm sure you can see the problem with that. The scope of that project keeps changing, and it implies more work for the developers. It also implies that costs are going to keep changing, delivery times are going to keep changing. So what do you do as a business analyst in a situation where we have something like what I described or scope creep? Let's begin by examining why requirements change. You see, requirements change. It is not a bad thing for requirements to change. Requirements change because business needs evolve, stakeholders discover new ideas, and people make new suggestions to them. Competitors launch similar features, and so you find one thing or the other that you would want to pick from that as well, or step up on your own application. And sometimes it's simply just coming from user feedback. User feedback can point your attention to what you need to be doing and what things are your current blind spots. You see, change is not the enemy. Change is good. Unmanaged change is the problem. So how do business analysts handle a situation where the requirements are changing? First, as a business analyst, you need to clarify exactly what is changing. Is it a new feature? Is it an update to an existing feature? You need to ask questions like, what problems are we going to solve with this particular change? Secondly, you need to assess the impact of the change. Will it delay the launch of the product? Will it require new technology? How will it affect the costs? Those are things that you need to find out. You can create a simple impact analysis to show the trade-offs. Number 3, you will update the documentation. Requirements are not sacred scrolls. They are living documents that you change over time. So update the BRD, the SRS, or whatever documentation you have. Make sure that the updates are clear by indicating them on the change history. The next thing is that you must get formal approval. Don't just discuss it verbally and assume that all is fine, especially for large projects. Make sure that there is formal, documented approval for the changes, especially if those changes are major or if the impact would be significant. Number 5, if it's a waterfall environment, a linear environment, you should implement change control. So you will set up a change request process and each change is reviewed and approved or disapproved. But what if it is an agile environment? That's where it gets interesting. You see, in agile environments, change is expected. Agile environments are flexible in nature. In fact, the word agile refers to flexibility. And so changes are expected as a normal part of working in an agile environment. And so you update the user stories, you reprioritize the backlog to ensure that it's still the most urgent and important things that are going into the next sprint. When there are changes in requirements, these are the things that you should not do. Don't ignore the change. Don't implement it without analysis. Don't assume that everyone else is okay with it. And don't forget to update your documentation. Having changing requirements does not indicate failure. It is reality. Your job as a BA is to manage it with structure and not stress. So when your requirements change, Just pivot professionally. My name is Olumide and it's been wonderful having you today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can get more of my content, and don't forget to reach out if you want to be trained. I offer the certification programs of the British Computer Society, otherwise known as BCS, the Chartered Institute for IT. I also offer practical business analysis training. So just reach out using the details on the screen. You can reach out via WhatsApp, you can send an email to olumide@twiminstitute.com, or you can go to businessanalysiscoach.com. See you in my next video.